Salespersons are born, not made. This statement is correct, but did you know that everyone is a born salesperson? Yes, you, me, and your neighbor's kid, everyone is a salesperson. Then how come someone excels at sales job, others do not? Well, there are few salesperson skills that I have learned over the course of my career, and today I will be sharing those skills that every salesperson requires. These skills will help you in not only making sales happen but also in other facets of life. So if you are or you are not into sales, this video is for you. Hello everyone, this is Devayan and welcome to another video of MBA Talks. In this video, I'll be defining salesperson, will tell you how every one of us is a salesperson no matter what we do, and will tell you 5 traits that you need to focus on to excel in sales. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. The definition of salesperson is not restricted to just people in sales team making rounds of their clients, pitching products, making sales. It goes beyond that. A salesperson is someone who offers value to someone and in return receives some value. Let me explain it this way. You are a student in the final year of college and are looking for a job. You give an interview, talk about yourself, promise to be a valuable employee of the company and get the job. Now what did you do there? You provided the value of your service as an employee and in return you got salary or career growth. Let's go a level deeper. You are a teacher, imparting knowledge to your students is your job. Now imagine you are teaching a bunch of unruly students. The students want only one thing, to create ruckus. Being an extremely talented teacher, you decide to tell them a funny story about your childhood. You now have their attention. So what did you do? You traded value of nostalgic entertainment for their attention. Congratulations, you have made sales. You are now a successful salesperson. So you have seen how in every facets of our life, no matter what we do, we are doing sales every now and then. Next, we are going to discuss the traits that will make you stand apart from the crowd in your sales job. Listening is the most fundamental part of any conversation. When I started in sales, being an introvert, I hesitated to set foot in the profile. I began reading a lot, began talking to experts, and then tried initiating conversations once in a while. During these times, I learned that an essential part of any communication is listening. You need to be a good listener first to be able to be an effective communicator. Not just that, the first chapter in HBR's Effective Communication book is about listening. So now you know how important it is. In sales too, you need to be a good listener first. You need to understand your customer's problem and curate your offerings accordingly. You need to ask a lot of questions to them to understand their pain points best and where exactly they need assistance and how best you can help them. I used to ask many questions and compare what's there in our offer basket to help them, my customers. They will pay attention only when you have what they need. Once I went to sell one thing, it so happened I ended up selling another product from another vertical. In marketing, we call it cross-selling. So the better listener and the better empath you are, the better you will have a relationship with your client. Listening helped me pitch products accordingly. I didn't have to talk a lot about our services. I just needed to focus on the essential areas. This saved me a lot of my time and their time. And I was able to have a brief, meaningful conversation without any pointless beating around the bush. Most of the sales process begins with a cold call. You have a list of potential clients curated by the employees who worked before you or your seniors. You start cold calling them, give a catchy intro, grab their attention and go on pitching about your product. If you grab their attention in the first 10 seconds, you have them for the next 10 minutes, provided you have a good product. Now the bottleneck in this process is the hesitation to make a call. As an introvert who had never started any conversation before, I found it very daunting to call people. I had always considered respecting people's privacy, but I realized some things in me needed a change. I learned to get over my hesitation by breaking down the calling process into little steps. First, dial the number. Second, wait for the person to pick up. Third, pitch. I repeated this step for every call, and I kept doing this one call at a time till the time I was used to making calls. Another time when I used to travel for a meeting, mostly my clients used to be industrial clients located in an industrial area. I made a note of all the industries in the vicinity, and after I was done meeting, I used to visit those companies without an appointment. Often I couldn't cross the threshold of the security guards, but there were a few times when I was allowed in, and the people of the company gave me an audience. So in sales, you will have a minimum conversion rate. That shouldn't stop you from taking a bold step every now and then. The world is divided on whether possessiveness is suitable for relationship or not. As far as sales goes, it is proven to be good. As a salesperson, it is your responsibility to build a relationship with your client. The more clients you have, it becomes imperative to have a good relationship with everyone. It would be best if you never let go of your valuable customers. They are your prized possessions. It may so happen that your competitors may have a better product at a cheaper rate, and you fear your client may choose their product above yours. So, will you let your customers go? Certainly not. Now, how can you retain them? First, improve or develop that product. Because you're not into production, the product is not in your hands. You can put forth a query to improve your product, but there is no guarantee it being heeded to. So then what do you do? Second, emphasize on your long-term relationship. You can tell your clients about how much you value them, how you have been listening to their issues and solving their problems for a long time. You can talk about your reputation, and if the relationship is good enough, your clients will stay with you by the virtue of your good reputation. Third, try giving discounts. If the client is relatively new, try giving discounts. This method is the cheapest and easiest way to retain your customer, but not the best way. Your company may see you in poor light after the revenue from your clients reduces. So the best thing is not to reduce it too much. The other thing you can do here is providing some other product. Try cross-selling a product that your competitor will not be having. By doing this, you will ensure the trust of your customer. You will be able to establish yourself as worthy player in the industry. Another thing you can do is provide market insights and other relevant info to establish yourself as a mini thought leader. What not to do? Never. I repeat, never badmouth your competitor. Your customer can understand that you are desperate and have no better options. You will portray a poor picture of you and your company you represent. Always be respectful towards your client, your competitors, everyone. If you are into sales, you might as well say goodbye to your ego and at times self-respect. It happened many times with me, and I'll be honest, initially it was challenging to accept the responses I received. I remembered cold calling one of my potential clients one day during the first week of my job. He was the first person I called. After picking up, I realized the person on the other side wasn't having a great day. He was at his worst behavior and began abusing me for doing my job. I immediately blocked his number and deleted his details from the database. That day didn't go well, and to this day I remember how shocked I was. That episode was one of the many ones that followed in my career. I got an appointment from a client and I traveled to his place, changing public transport thrice, skipping breakfast, and what did I find upon reaching there? The person hasn't reached the office. I had to wait for hours to be able to meet them. Initially, this behavior bothered me a lot, but I learned over time that if I pay any heed to them, my job will suffer. So I focused on ignoring them. I stopped minding when someone made me wait for hours after giving me an appointment. There were some excellent clients as well. They invited me to meeting and they were cordial throughout the time. Some even offered me lunch. So yes, there are bad days in sales, there are worse days in sales, and there are some good days that make you feel satisfied for choosing this career. The joy of signing a client feels lovely. Knowing that you have won over the trust of the opposite person is worth all the lows you had to pass through to reach there. Data is the coal of 21st century, and in your field, data need not be restricted to large Excel sheets occupying your D drive. You need to take some subjective information about the market you are in that can only be assimilated by the human brain. As a salesperson, you need to be aware of the events unfolding in your industry. You need to make your connections so strong that you are always on top of the information. You need to know what your competitor is doing, their market strategy, their way of dealing with clients, whom they are meeting, their prices, everything. To establish such a robust intel circuit, you need to spend a considerable amount of time in the market. To ensure no one forgets you, you need to stay in touch with all your potential whether or not they have become your client. Try to politely ask what offers they have got from the companies in your domain. Keep talking about the latest development in the market, be updated with the changing policies, and change your communication statements accordingly. You will know if your competitors have done the same or not from the clients themselves. These market information leads to market intelligence that will give shape to your marketing strategy and sales strategy. So you have learnt about the essential traits that you need to have for having an edge over the others in sales. All the above points are easy to implement but needs a lot of patience and dedication. Even in your personal lives, whenever you are trying to make any transaction, you can have these traits to make the deal possible. You need to be shameless while promoting yourself in that job interview. You need to deviate from the syllabus to have an undying attention of your students. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned something today. Next time you try to make any transaction, remember these tips. And don't forget, we are all salesperson. See you in my next video. Till then, take care, keep marketing.